Injured Bruin Kristen Maloney looking on from the stands, as does former UCLA sensation Sharon Shapiro, who in 1980 became the only gymnast ever to sweep the all-around in all 4 events in one championship meet. Very, very close with Val Condo's field, who understandably is a bit concerned at the moment with Kate Richardson falling on bars. She knows everyone else in the rotation has to hit from here on out. Jeanette Antolin, certainly no exception.
She knows how to handle the pressure. She was a 1999 World Championship team member. And what I like about Jeanette is she has a lot of difficulty. You can see right there, beautiful Jaeger out of an inverted giant.
And that's one of the things you find with these elite gymnasts now, where they tend to, when they get to college, water down their routines. Jeanette not among them.
Beautiful double layout. Great comeback for UCLA.
And Jeanette, after competing mostly vault her freshman year, has gradually developed into a great all-arounder. Sharon Shapiro approves. As do the judges, a 9.925 for Jeanette Antolin. Kristen Sterner next up on vault for the Tide. She'll be doing a Yurchenko Arabian. Amanda, this is one of those vaults with the front landing you talked about. Very difficult to stick.
She needs enough rotation, and you can see she did not get her feet underneath her enough and sat it down.
Interesting to note, Amanda, all of the major players in this meet so far have either had falls or had to count them.
Well, let's take another look. On a front landing vault, it's important to get your feet completely underneath you, if not behind you, right there, in front of her, and just not enough time to stay on her feet.
Nebraska and Utah having to count falls, UCLA and Alabama knowing they must be clean from here on out. Back to bars, where Yvonne Tousek, we mentioned earlier, the 2001 national champion, All-American this year on the unevens.
Beautiful back upright handstand. Right into a pike Jaeger.
Yvonne been sort of a big sister to Kate Richardson, helping her adapt to college life in the United States. The two were teammates on the Canadian national team, and with Yvonne being a few years older, always gave Kate advice then and has continued to do so now.
She's had a very solid routine. Nice double layout, slight hop on the landing.
And Kristen Maloney looking on from the stands. They're very tight with security at these championships. Each team's only allowed to have 15 gymnasts on the floor. UCLA a fully stacked squad, so Kristen Maloney's stuck up in the cheap seats as we see Yvonne Tousek going 9-9. Shift over to floor will Michigan's Janessa Grieco. Lone senior for the Wolverines. Coming out of prelims, had one of the top all-around scores.
And this is one of her strongest events, posting a season high of 9.975.
She is a co-captain for Michigan, along with the injured Elise Ray.
Getting ready for her last tumbling pass. Ending with a whip, immediate double full.
Janessa finishing up her schoolwork in kinesiology, but ideally, she'd like to be an athletic director. Thinking about going to grad school, but she's got some entry-level opportunities in athletic administration she's hoping to take advantage of upon graduation. The 9.875 for Michigan's Janessa Grieco. Back over on vault, Alabama hoping to close out the event clean after an early fall. Ashley Miles, you never want to say guarantee, but considering the fact she notched a perfect 10 on this vault in prelims, pretty safe to say.
The ever so popular Yurchenko fold done to perfection. But for those who thought it was a fluke, she repeated in the finals. Having to perform 2 different vaults, she stepped up the difficulty in the second vault, doing Yurchenko 1.5.
She is our exclamation point on the end of our vaulting and floor exercise lineup. There's no place to put her but last, because everything she does is bigger than everyone else. And when Ashley goes, she lands with the exclamation point.
Let's see if she can put an exclamation point on this ball rotation for Alabama.
Although she can do the 1.5, she's opting for the full for the stick. You can see, great vault, but a hop on the landing.
You hear the crowd chanting 10.
I think they have some high expectations from Ashley.
I think their expectations are a bit too high with that hop on the landing.
Let's take another look. She has great power coming off the horse right here. Great height. Just a little too much rotation.
And that's something Sarah talked about because she has so much power. They did a lot of landing drills with Ashley this year. That one hop resulted in a 9-9. Alabama still finishing out vault clean after that early fall. As we head back over to bars and talk about somebody who knows a little bit about perfection, Jamie Dantzscher of UCLA's 1910s this year. She's got 10 of them, 27 total in her career, but if you break down this season, 5 on floor, 2 on vault, and 3 on the uneven bars, which she's preparing for as we speak.
She starts right off, 2 big release moves. Up to the high bar, immediately back down with a pack salto. Again, beautiful form.
You'd never know Jamie was out almost a month. Leading up to regionals, in fact, she was out for 7 meets between ankle injuries and a severe sinus infection. Her first meet back regionals, she won it all.
Gorgeous routine. This could be another 10 that she gets to add to that list.
What do we say, 27, right? 27 career, looking for 28 perhaps? Yeah, we talked about Ashley Miles landing on vault. Clearly, Jamie stuck this dismount.
Beautiful full twisting double back. Spots the landing right there, is able to open up and dig into the ground.
Well, if you can't get a 10, I guess a 9.95 is good enough. Big picture, though. This really wraps up things nicely for UCLA after that Kate Richardson fall. Heading back over to beam where Nebraska's got Richelle Simpson in progress.
Beautiful flight series. Moving into her gym macro. Slight balance check there on the aerial.
She went 9.95 to win this event for Nebraska in the South Central region. Came into this meet with the highest all-around average in the country. Dan Kendig was saying he was just recently looking at Richelle's recruit tape, and he was amazed at how much her form has improved since she came over to Lincoln from Penn State.
And you can see on her extension, her toe point, her flexibility as she moves into her gym series. Switch leap, wolf jump.
Leap series, one of the many requirements on balance beam.
The only requirement left is a dismount.
Yeah, she's got to get off somehow.
Round off double full. Not letting those feet move a bit.
You know, stop before saluting just to say, I stuck the landing. You can't take anything off for it.
Well, we see a lot of athletes hopping out and trying to fake it and salute the judges. That's a great sign to say, look, perfect landing.
A 9.925 for Richelle Simpson, and so Nebraska puts a bad day on bars behind them for a solid beam. UCLA still in first place, but Miss Val trying to rally the troops.
You know, you be aggressive, and you need to focus all that aggression exactly where you want it. No nonsense. No gas, lady. No gas, no nonsense.
United we stand, Brian.
1, 2, 3.
Go, Brian!
And so UCLA is on top at the halfway point as we take a look at our scoreboard, brought to you by Singular Wireless. Let's now check in with Darren, who's with Alabama coach Sarah Patterson.
There was so much talk about UCLA coming into this championship, but you guys have acted like the defending champions. What momentum you've gained at the beginning?
Well, I'm very proud of our team. Vaulting and floor exercise are 2 of our better events. We just felt like if we could come out and get the momentum going, it would carry us throughout the meet.
Looming still out ahead is, of course, that beam. You're going to have a good performance if you're going to pull the upset against this dominant UCLA team.
Well, you know, we drew this rotation at the regional championships, and we rocked. It's the rotation we won the national championship from last year, so I have great confidence on our ladies.
Still ahead, UCLA returns to the site of some troubles in prelims, and Georgia heads to the bars. Straight ahead.